Hey there, welcome today. My name's Annie, I'm the BSW intern here. If y'all don't mind just going around and saying your names or someone familiar.
I'm Kyle.
Kyle.
I'm Ingrid.
It's
Morgan. Jennifer.
And what are y'all's relations to each other?
Well, Morgan is my wife,
Uh-huh.
and these are our
Our
children.
children.
Okay.
My daughters.
And if you could just kind of go into what brought you in today.
Well, we can, because we can go to the, I go to the attached center. I have been recently diagnosed with breast cancer.
Okay.
So we come and they refer us to counseling.
And how did you all turn out to be diagnosed?
It's, my grandmother had it, so I started going to mammograms early, like young age, trying to be proactive, but I was just at like a normal checkup for something else, and they did like this like pseudo little mammogram like in a normal checkup, and then they were cured, like they weren't sure, and so they like sent for x-rays or whatever, and then it was like surprise.
Okay. And was it shocking initially?
Yeah, I was shocked because I don't know, for some reason I thought being so like trying to catch it, like it would never, it's one of those things like you don't think it's gonna happen to you,
Mm-hmm.
but it does.
So, and just kind of going around, because cancer is a very overwhelming, very all-encompassing thing. So I would just kind of like to go into each individual and how you're feeling about your relationship with your mom, and maybe thoughts on the future if you wanted to start, Jennifer.
It's just really hard because I don't know, since I'm a daughter, it's
Right.
I'm having a really hard time.
Right. And how old are you, Morgan?
34.
Okay. So
I had children.
okay, that's fine. I'm just saying that typically with testing, it's about 10 years before mom was diagnosed. So, and this could be seen as kind of a strength because you guys can start getting tested now initially and catching it early.
Is that what she tried to do?
It is. And what stage do you have? No?
I think he said early 2.
Yeah.
Is that right? Is that
No, yeah, that is. And
I'm
it's
still
not
not sure about all of the
right.
This is, that is what.
And it's not uncommon that going into it, you don't know very much, but I promise by the end of chemotherapy, you'll be a master of all of the knowledge. You'll surprise yourself, really. And so how are you feeling about it, Morgan?
It's like hard because it's obviously like no one's like, woo, I got cancer, but I am trying to like, being that I'm actually my employment before all of this diagnosis, I was also a social worker type, and we learn all about strengths and trying to see it as a room for growth, and I try to remain positive because I think a lot of mindset helps, but some days it's still like I feel down or like physically not well, and sometimes that's difficult because then I can't be as supportive of my family as I'd like to be because it hinders my like general quality of life.
And you said before this, does that mean you're going to not be working during treatment?
We after talking to my husband, we decided that during this whole experience, while we can financially afford it, that I'm going to remain unemployed.
That's good.
So that I can focus on my health care.
Good. That's very important.
They're very supportive of it, which is great.
Good. And how are you feeling about it, Ainsley?
I'm just scared of losing my mom.
Yeah, I mean, that's a scary thing initially. And we do have very active support groups if y'all wanted to go in together and discuss it. And you guys are more than welcome to meet with me for counseling while she undergoes treatment.
Are we just going to talk about her dying?
No, we don't have to talk about her dying. We can talk about how her progress is, and stage 2 is actually very curable. So, and I don't know if you've talked about all of the options, you can have a mastectomy, or if you're just going to do chemotherapy. I'm sure that's something that you have talked with your doctor. Got a lot of pamphlets to go through, and so this is just kind of an initial, I want to know about y'all as a family, and kind of how your family functions, and how each of y'all are feeling, so that we can talk about maybe goals for the future, and ways that we can all get through it together. Kyle, how are you feeling?
I'm just really afraid. Morgan's handling it really well. She's been doing a lot, and she seemed to really come to grips with it. But I don't feel like I have. I'm just not okay with it. It just hurts, and I don't know what to do with it. I'm afraid of losing her, and she's my best friend. Like she's just everything. She's the mom to my kids, and I can't think about myself just raising two girls by myself. And she does so much for them that I don't even know half the stuff that she does or what she does or how she does it. And I don't know. I can't bear the thought of losing her and not having her around. And I've been trying to stay strong, and Morgan's stayed so strong. So I just feel like not being okay is wrong or is a bad thing because Morgan has been okay and because everyone is just trying to tell me to stay strong. But I'm having a hard time doing that.
And 34 is young for being diagnosed with breast cancer. It's very young.
My grandmother was diagnosed pretty young.
Yeah, so that could be something genetically, and we can get both of y'all into genetic counseling if that's something that you're interested in. But overall, with the whole family, what I'm hearing is a sense of nervousness, worry, fear, and that's something that is very common. And why I would suggest going to support groups and continuing on with counseling. But most importantly, what I'm hearing isn't necessarily she has stage 2, which is scary. It's very scary. It's very frightening. But maybe if we could channel that fear into something more positive as a way for all of us to feel more confident. I mean, social support is something, and family support is something very important. And so if y'all don't mind just going into what you like to do typically as a family and like some hobbies or interests that you do together.
Well, both my husband and I graduated from a big school with a football team, so
Okay.
like that's a really big part. We don't have season tickets, but through his work we can have access sometimes, and so we like to do sports related things together. That's a big part of it. We do other things, but that's, I feel like, something.
So maybe you guys can all plan to go to a football game together or watch the game together. Just things like that where it's like, it's not necessarily a looming thing that you have to worry about, but it's a way for you guys to be more connected. And I appreciate you guys being so honest with me today. I would love to continue to meet with you, and I'm glad that you guys gave me the chance to get to know you.
How long is that?
Okay.